I want you to think back to when you first started learning how to drive. The excitement, that feeling in the pit of your stomach, like you're so nervous but also so anxious to get out there. The wind blowing in your hair, your newfound freedom. I was 18 when I first started learning how to drive. Most of my friends had started learning at 16, but my parents wanted to make sure I was a little more mature because they understood the risks and potential, consequences caused by irresponsible drivers. So they set a couple of ground rules for when I was in the car driving. The first was no cell phones. Don't call, text, use social media while driving. The second, both hands on the wheel at all times. And the third, eyes on the road, always. So I think what my parents were trying to tell me with these ground rules was don't drive while distracted. So today I'm hoping to persuade you to do the same, not to drive while being distracted. And I have 3 main reasons why you shouldn't do it. The first, you can save lives. The second, you can save money. And the third, it's against the law. So I want to start off by telling you the definition of distracted driving. It's the practice of driving a motor vehicle while engaged in another activity. And there's 3 types of distractions while driving. The first one is visual distractions. This includes anything that causes you to take your eyes off the road. For example, looking up to read a billboard, or looking at a passenger, or even looking at your phone for, let's say, a split second to check the time. Another distraction while driving is manual distractions. This includes anything where you have to take your hands off the wheel, such as eating. Eating while driving is responsible for 2% of all distracted driving accidents. Putting on makeup, dancing, reaching over to grab something from the passenger seat. Reaching for an object increases your chances of crashing by 8 times. And the most common one, texting. 21% of teen drivers involved in a car accident were distracted by a cell phone. And 1 out of every 4 car crashes is caused by a driver being on their phone. And the last distraction while driving is cognitive. This is anything that takes your mind off the task at hand, which is driving. This includes talking to a passenger. Teen drivers with just 1 additional passenger are twice as likely to be involved in a fatal car crash. Another cognitive distraction would be daydreaming. I know it's happened to me before where I get home after driving and I realize I don't remember much of my drive. So in all, 80% of all car crashes are caused by the driver being distracted in some way. And that's 2.5 million car crashes a year. So I think we can all agree, distracted driving is costly. From car repairs to insurance prices, and the highest cost of them all being human lives. So back to my 3 reasons why you shouldn't drive while distracted. You can save lives. 9 people are killed each day by a distracted driver. Number 2, you can save money. The average cost of property damage due to distracted driving is $7,500. And insurance. An accident caused by distracted driving can raise your insurance premium by up to 41%. That's almost like paying 1.5 times what you normally pay. And lastly, it's against the law. Tickets for distracted driving can cost upwards of $200. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, distraction accounts for 9% of all fatal car crashes. Emphasis on fatal, meaning 9% of car crashes where someone lost a mother, a father, sister or brother, someone's son or daughter could have been prevented. Now, we can't go back in time and tell those distracted drivers the consequences of their carelessness. We can, however, learn from their mistakes and decide to make our car a no distraction zone. We need to learn to take driving seriously and realize with driving comes a lot of responsibility. Every time you get behind the wheel, remember your choice to avoid distraction while driving can be the difference in someone's mother or father, someone's loved one making it home. So there's a couple of ways that you yourself can combat distracted driving. For one, making your car a no phone zone. Don't send that text, answer that call, look on social media while you're driving. Number two, you can turn off your phone while in the car. Number three, if you're using the GPS, make sure you enter in all the information before you start driving. And lastly, if you notice that your driver is distracted, make sure you call them out on it. You could be the difference in someone's family member making it home to them, or even yourself making it home to your family. So today I talked to you a little bit about distracted driving. I told you some of the consequences and why you shouldn't do it. I'm hoping that I persuaded you not to drive while distracted. And in turn, I'm hoping that your choice not to drive while distracted saves someone's life. Thank you.